And welcome back. Thanks for giving me Sunday to spend time with the family. It was a nice day. I would have preferred that it felt like Saturday, but Saturday made for a nice day here where I could just keep the door open most of the day. But you may not know it's New Comic Book Day. Also, I posted about Free Comic Book Day / Comics Giveaway Day. It's the same thing, two different companies, same day, same day as it's always been, first Saturday in May. It's just a little more complicated for us this time around. So, no big deal for you, hopefully. But I already have started receiving some of those items. I'm not going to show you what they are, but those two stacks are free comic book. Yes, free comic book day. It's going to get crazy for me. And then that stack is for Superman Day. So what do you know? It's going to be a couple of parties in here. I expect Free Comic Book Day / Comics Giveaway Day will be a much bigger day for you and I. You and me. For you and me. For you and me. Anyway, New Comic Book Day. Let's take a look. Because there's some fun stuff here. Emperor Aquaman continues. Dark Knight Returns is now part of the DC Compact Comics line, which is great. People are going to gobble that up. Black Cat and a lot of glare. Black Lives, Great Minds of Science. This is a new line of graphic novels from Abrams. This one features scientists and such. And then there's going to be different volumes that cover different areas of life and careers and stuff. So that's going to be a fun group of things. Bleeding Hearts. Two covers there. Blue Exorcist, part of the new manga life at Comic Zen. Critical Role, Vox Machina Origins. This is the omnibus covering series 1 and 2. I got half of my order, so one of you will be sad for a week, and that's fine. Demons of the Shadow Realm continues. Yeah. Dawn to Dawn. It's been a while since we had Dawn to Dawn in the store. DC Connect, of course, that's talking about comics coming out in about 2 months. DC's got a lot of things going on currently. Defenders of the Earth, Dark Destiny. Dick Tracy. A new arc starts here. And 2 covers there. Die Loaded. Dork. It sort of seems as though the interest in Dork was limited to the first issue, and because of its probably low print run. Fantastic Four Full Circle. This is a hardcover from Alex Ross, also published by Abrams. This came out, I don't know, 2 years ago, year and a half ago, and this is just a new edition of that mighty thing. I believe there's a special edition or a collector's edition or something out there. Fury of Firestorm, part of DC's Next Level. This is a 6-issue miniseries for Firestorm. And a handful of covers. Flash Gordon number 0. Not sure what that's leading to. G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero. And G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero Silent Missions featuring the Crimson Guard. Romeo and Juliet and Godzilla. This is part of Godzilla's Monster Piece Theater line. That's good fun. And apparently everybody likes it, so that's great. Absolute Green Lantern. And 2 covers there. Hiding in the Shadows and in the Glare. Green Lantern Corps. Hello Darkness. Iron Man. Null from the Venom group of books. The Last Kids on Earth, which apparently is a Netflix series, which I was not aware of, but not shocked these days. Mama Needs a Minute. This is a hardcover graphic novel about surviving motherhood, which I thought was appropriate for lots of reasons. Absolute Martian Manhunter restock. This is number 9 and number 10. One of each will be available on the shelf. Mark Spears Monsters, Volume 1. That collects 4 issues, I think, of that current series. And Moon Knight, I think this is volume 3 of the current series. Yes, it is. Muppets Noir continues. And, whoops, 2 covers there. Paper Girls in the new smaller format, the backpack size for the Paper Girls. That's volume 2, of course. Still definitely on my list of top series. Pokemon Book of Battles. That's talking about Pokemon Horizons. Power Rangers Prime. There's some big changes coming to Power Rangers soon. Psylocke Ninja. Punderworld Volume 2. This is sort of a modern retelling, but still located in physically located, demographically located, in older times, but a modern retelling of Persephone and Hades. Death of the Silver Surfer. That's a pretty hardback collecting that miniseries. Siren's Love Hurts. Of course, that's Harley and Catwoman. And oh, what a lovely Tula Lotay. Wow, I get rolling and just the words just go together. Something is Killing the Children. Space Ghost. Spawn. Malebolgia is coming back. Amazing Spider-Man. It's right on the cover. I'm not spoiling anything. Amazing Spider-Man. It's part 7 of Death Spiral. Star Trek Lower Decks. Star Wars Shadow of Maul. Supergirl. And then a new edition of Supergirl Being Super. This is from several years ago, written by Mariko Tamaki and art by Joelle Jones. This is probably the first time I noticed Joelle Jones. And this is sort of young adult graphic novel. Absolute Superman. This is a second printing of number 15. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And 2 covers there. Thor. Thundercats Silverhawks. As we get into knee deep in that crossover. Transformers. 2 covers. And 3 covers. 2099 The End. Twilight Zone. Web of Venom. As it turns out, that is a mini-series. Or at least more than one, anyway. And a handful of covers. Wolverine. Wonder Woman. This is a facsimile edition of number 1. And, of course, it's the shiny foil version. That's a special order, but they're out there. And they had done that facsimile edition a couple years ago, maybe. Absolute Wonder Woman number 16, second print. And they had fun with this printing. There's a shiny. I find this Mark Brooks cover to be just stunning. I like 95% of Mark Brooks's art anyway, but I think this is just gorgeous. And then Uncanny X-Men and Uncanny X-Men Annual. I'm going to say probably, since that's the part 1 of a story, probably the annual can get read first, but that's up to you, Uncanny folks. And then a real fun little thing. This is a hardcover collection that features all of the art from the cards. It's actually like each page is one of the trading cards from the 90s X-Men series of trading cards. And all the art was by Jim Lee, and I might still have mine, but I can't be sure because they're somewhere that I can't just easily access. So, but it was a great set. It was great fun at the time having those packs on the counter. And I know people periodically ask about those cards. So here's a nice book that features all of those cards. And that was a fun thing I decided to do. And that is everything. If you see something you like, let me know. Again, start thinking about Superman Day and, of course, Free Comic Book Day / Comics Giveaway Day. Don't ask for too many details. It hurts me head. And yeah, if you see something you like, let me know. I'll try and get it for you. Sooner the better. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you soon.